What's up, everybody? This is Jose Gagnon, the Random Guy 75 here again today, and we are continuing on with the Thomas the Train Everything Wrong With commentaries. So now we are on episode 20, and after, these two episodes that I'm doing, I'm only going to have 4 more left to do for season 3, and then we can finally move on to season 4, which will have some amazing, cool, great story and amazing, cool, great characters as well. So we are on Tender Engines, season 3, episode 20. Get the things rolling. You already know how the things go here. Yeah, man. We're going to get into it right now. Woo! Yeah, yeah! You already knows how it goes here.
Gordon was in the yard taking on a large supply of coal. "That's the 3rd load of coal you've had today, Gordon," said James. "Some might say you're being rather greedy." "I'm an important engine," replied Gordon. "Important engines need plenty of coal, but I doubt if you would understand that, James." James snorted and went about his work.
I mean, James does have a point. Gordon is being very greedy if he's taken like 3 loads of coal already all for himself. I'm surprised the boss man, Sir Topomat, hasn't, been checking up on everything that goes on with the trains, man. Just so much craziness with these trains, man. They just think that they can do whatever the heck they want sometimes. They got crazy mindsets. Super duper crazy mindsets.
Later, Gordon was taking on water from a standpipe because the water tower was under repair. "I wouldn't drink too much of that water if I were you, Gordon. It might give you boiler ache." "Pah!" said Gordon. "What's this? Educating Gordon Day? First James and now you, Duck. Big engines have big needs. Little engines are just annoying." "Don't say I didn't warn you," laughed Duck. Later, Gordon steamed into the yard at the big station. "That's what I need," exclaimed Gordon. There, emerging out of the sheds, were 2 shiny tenders. "Now, if I had 2 tenders," said Gordon, "I wouldn't need to stop so often, and I wouldn't have to listen to silly little engines." "Those tenders belong to a visitor," replied his driver.
I know Gordon wants to try to make himself look cool because, since, he thinks he's always super important, he thinks that he should be like one of the most coolest trains on the railway and one of the coolest characters. But then again, he's the same way as James, always bragging about how amazing he thinks that he is. Like, he and James both have that big bragging personality. And just think that they're so much better than the other trains for some crazy reason. Because that's just how the way they are, pretty much. So, since he sees these 2 tenders, he's like, if I had 2 tenders, I'd be so cool and I wouldn't have to, worry. People would think I'm super cool too, pretty much. Oh, super craziness, man. Super duper craziness. They love, they just have big egos. That's basically what him and James both have. They both have big egos for no reason because they just want to make themselves cool and don't appreciate what they already have, pretty much.
Diesel sidled up alongside. "Everyone knows that tenders are a mark of distinction, but I'm afraid that no amount of tenders will save you in the end. We diesels are taking over, and we don't need tenders to make us important. Not even one." Gordon was most upset. He was feeling just the same the next day. "I'm not happy." "I know," put in Duck brightly. "It's boiler ache." It's not boiler egg, protested Gordon. It's... Of course it is, interrupted Henry. That water's bad. Your boiler must be full of sludge. Have a good washout, and you'll feel a different engine. Don't be vulgar, huffed Gordon.
Now, since Diesel came along and was telling him, just telling him crazy junk just to make Gordon feel, super upset. Because, saying that the diesels are a lot more better than the steam engines. And of course that makes him super upset. Because then again, like in real life, a lot of steam engines were being scrapped and broken apart because since diesels were like a lot more like reliable pretty much. And just hearing, that the words that Diesel said to him, it just puts Gordon in a super sad mood and just awful mood. He's just like, why is Diesel being a jerk, man? Like I'm just trying to live the life the way I can live it. Like everyone just loves being crazy messed up in my face for no reason, man. I'm just trying to enjoy the life as much as I can. And trying to do the amazing cool things.
He backed down onto his train, hissing mournfully. Cheer up, Gordon, said the Fat Controller. I can't, sir. Is it true what Diesel says, sir? What does he say? That diesels are taking over. Don't worry, Gordon, that will never happen on my railway. And one more thing, sir. Why did the visitor have 2 tenders? Because he lives on a railway with long distances between coaling depots. Gordon felt better. But Henry started complaining. He banged some trucks angrily. I always work hard enough for 2, he puffed. I deserve another tender. Duck whispered something to Donald. He was going to play a trick on Henry. Henry, he asked innocently, would you like my tenders? Yours? What have you got to do with tenders? All right, said Duck. The deal's off. Would you like them, Donald? I wouldn't deprive you of the honour.
Now Duck's basically gonna, do a crazy joke to Henry because, now that Henry's complaining and Henry wants to feel amazing and special and cool just like how Gordon did before. But Duck's gonna do a crazy joke in his face and just make Henry get humiliated. Humiliate Henry in a very big, crazy way, pretty much. Oh, man. These trains sometimes, they just love being messed up to each other for no reason at all. I just don't get it. They love being messed up crazy to each other for no reason at all. Because that's basically what they enjoy doing, just being messed up to each other. Messed up and crazy. And doing crazy messed up junk to each other. Pretty much.
Replied Donald. It is a great honour, continued Duck thoughtfully. But I'm only a tank engine. Perhaps James might. I'm sorry I was rude, said Henry hastily. How many tenders have you, and when could I have them? I have 6, and you can have them this evening. 6 lovely tenders, chortled Henry. What a splendid sight I'll be. Henry was excited all day. Do you think it'll be all right? He asked for the umpteenth time. Of course, said Duck. They're all ready now. The other engines waited where they could each get a good view.
I like how everyone's just hanging around to see what's gonna go on with Henry. Like they just they love, seeing all the crazy messed up stuff that happens to the other trains. They just love being crazy and messed up towards each other because that's how they enjoy their lives, just being messed up and crazy for no reason at all. That's just what they enjoy doing, while they're, not working super hard. It's just being messed up and crazy towards each other.
But But Henry wasn't a splendid sight at all. His 6 tenders were very old, dirty, and filled with boiler sludge. Had a good wash out, Henry, called a voice. That's right, you'll feel a different engine now. Henry was not sure, but he thought the voice belonged.
So that was episode 20 of Thomas the Train Season 3. Everything Wrong with Commentaries. So now next episode we're going to be introduced to another new character. Another train character. And his name's Oliver. And it's going to be a really great, cool episode called Escape. So, see you in the next video. Have the greatness. Get the happy times whenever you can. Enjoy yourself every single time. And we will see you in the next episode coming up right now. Yeah. Woo!